Hi, or welcome to Yogilates combined with Fitness HIIT 30-minute workout. May go a little over the 30 minutes. I'll see how I go, but I want to get a bit of the Yogilates side in as well as that nice blood pumping HIIT side. So head on over to your mat and we'll get started. You need a set of weights or one weight if possible. If not, we'll just pretend. Alrighty, head on. All right, we'll start with a little bit of a stretch and some mobility work because I'm going to try and combine the Yogilates and the HIIT stuff. So we're going to cram a fair bit in. So let's just start with a nice child's pose yoga stretch. Yep. So knees nice and wide, toes together, and just stretch yourself down either forehead to the mat or forehead on top of your hands. And just take a few nice big deep breaths. So just take a moment to let yourself settle in, settle onto the mat, let go of the day. Just focus on or notice how the body's feeling, how the mind's feeling. And start to use that focus on the breath and sensation to help let go of those distractions. Take a nice big deep breath in through the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. And just take a few rounds of breath now. Just trying to deepen and lengthen each one. So perhaps counting how many breaths or counts can you breathe in for and how many counts can you breathe out for. Leave a little bit of space to try that now. The next couple of rounds, see if you can deepen the inhale. See if you can sip in a little bit more air right down into the bottom of the lungs and stretch the exhale out for at least 2 more counts than the inhale. So it might be 4 counts in, 6 counts out. Nice deep inhales, long exhales. And your next breath, let's do 1 more big breath in and a big sigh out through the mouth. Breathe in, fill up the lungs, and then a big sigh out through the mouth. And then you just slowly bring yourself up to all fours, up to hands and knees. Give your feet a little bit of a wriggle. And I want you to step your right, actually bring yourself upright a little. Step your right foot forward. And we're going to stretch out the hip flexors and then the hamstring. So tuck your tailbone under a little bit, send your hips forward, sweep your arms up, breathe in. And on your exhale, just take it back. Stretch out through the hamstrings. Couple more times in and then out. 1 more in and then out. Those hamstrings are a good stretch, but we won't hold for too long because we're in the warm-up phase. Walk your hands forward now. Leave your left hand down, so the opposite hand to the foot, and reach the right hand up. And what I want you to do is that hand that's up in the air, the right hand, bring the elbow down towards the hand on the floor. So it's like this, up and down, up and down. Just go through that a few times and focus on what feels a bit restricted. And by moving through each one, can we get a little bit more mobility and stretch through those hips, bit of movement through the hips. And then the next one, let's land the hand on the inside of the foot and then roll through the hip. Just take some of those nice hip circles. So getting that movement through the hip socket. other direction. And then let's step that foot that's in front back to the other one and into a brief downward facing dog. So just pedal out the feet. And then we'll do the other side. You can put the right knee down, step the left foot forward, and exactly the same thing as we did on the other side. Sweep the hands up, breathe in, breathe out, take it back. Inhale up, tucking the tailbone under, getting that lengthening through the front of the hip, and then into the hamstrings as you go back. One more time, in, and then out. Walk the hands forward, right hand stays down, left hand up. Not staying here for too long because we're going to bring that elbow down towards the floor. You don't have to reach the floor. Don't force anything. Just bring it down so you start to feel that kind of real stretching through the glutes, through the inner thigh, or whatever's a bit tight for you. And then let's land the hand on the inside and take those hip circles. And then the other direction, trying to get that nice fluidity into the hip socket. And then you can step that knee back. So it's next to the other one, and we're back into our all fours. Now we will stabilize the glutes. Now we'll go for more of a stability focus. We went for a bit of mobility. Now we want stability. Glute extension. So lift the right knee up off the floor, like you're trying to put a footprint on the ceiling or the sky. Just lifting that leg up and down. Keep the hips nice and level. Think about using your glutes and your hamstrings. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same leg out to the side. For those fire hydrants, out to the side. Keep the hips nice and level. 8. Keep looking at the top end of the mat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Left foot towards the ceiling or the sky. Keep going. Here's May. I lost count, maybe 3, 2, and 1, and then out to the side. So hi to May, who's just come on. May, just make sure that you're on mute. I can't tell with the microphone plugged in. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Right, walk the hands out a hand length or so and take it back into that downward facing dog. I'm going to go through that nice big convoluted movement. So we're going up and over, up and over. If that's too much through the shoulders, put the knees down as you go through the bottom. Just get that nice circular motion happening. Whole spine's involved, head's relaxed, up and over. Draw your tummy in as you go up and over. And then let's go the other direction, unwind. And then we'll pause in downward facing dog. Nice wide fingers, little softness through the knees, sit bones toward the ceiling or the sky. Broad through the upper back, rotate your armpits toward the midline of the body and push the ground away. And then let's make our way to the top of the mat. So you can take some little steps and then you can slowly roll up Roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to move into our yoga sun salutations. I'll go quite slow because I know we're not all yogis here. So just move with me, or if you want to go at your own pace, feel free. Inhale, let's reach the hands up. Exhale, soften the knees, pull the weight down through the midline of the body, head goes heavy. Lift up halfway to a flat back, breathe in. And then on your exhale, hands to the floor, step back into plank, knees up or down, lower all the way to the floor, take it into Sphinx. So onto the forearms, push the pubic bone down into the floor, puff the chest forward like something's pulling the sternum forward, breathe in. And then exhale, soften, hands back by the bottom ribs, elbows in, push it back through the knees into downward dog and make your way back to the top of the mat. Walk, step or jump, fold forward. Inhale, come up and exhale to finish. We go 2 more rounds at your own pace or with me, breathing in. Breathing out as you go down, soften the knees, lift up halfway to a flat back. Hands down, step or jump back into high plank, knees up or down, elbows in, lower yourself all the way down or upward facing dog if you're ready. And you know how to go about that. Cobra, so hands are by the bottom ribs, draw the belly in, squeeze the shoulder blades, push the hands, inhale. Exhale, push it back through the knees, downward facing dog. A little bend through the knees and make your way back to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the chest. 1 more round with the breath, 1 movement per breath. Breathing in, breathing out, pour it down. Lift up halfway as you breathe in. Hands down, step back into plank, breathe out and lower all the way down or upward facing dog if you're familiar with upward facing dog. Otherwise, cobra or sphinx. On the inhale, push back to down. Now from downward dog, we're going to make our way to seat. So you can just walk the feet through, or if you're already up in standing, to come down. We're going to make our way onto our backs. We shift our focus to abs. Take a weight down with you, or have it nearby. Have a weight within reach, 1 or both weights. So we're slowly onto the back, and you can lift your legs up into tabletop. So we'll do a little bit of ab work now. We'll bring the weights in. Hold 1 or both weights just up above your chest. You're not actually doing anything with the weight just yet. You're just holding it there. So brace your abs, draw your low back down into the floor, and as you hold the weight there, I just want you to tap, toe tap. Draw your shoulder blades kind of back into the floor. So the arms aren't doing anything besides stabilizing through the shoulders. Because you've got that weight up there, there's a little bit of extra work for the core. Exhale as you tap the toe down. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, come back. Switching the pelvic floor on as you lower the foot to the floor. All right, hold the legs up in that tabletop position. Grip 1 or the weight, or if you've got 2 weights, you need to hold them together. And take the arms overhead. Just leave the legs still now. So the legs stay still now, and it's the arms that are moving. Draw the low back down towards the floor. Think about using the muscles that wrap around the rib cage. For another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, now we're going to combine the HIIT with the Pilates. So this is a little bit, I don't think I've really done this version of an ab exercise with you. Hold the weight, 1 weight in 1 hand, and you're going to lift the weight up, a little crunch just as high up as you can, and then bring your foot to the weight. And then go back down. It's not a full sit up, it's just lift up and down. So we're going to do 20 seconds on one side, then 20 seconds on the other. and then 20 seconds of mountain climber, and we'll just keep rotating through. Okay, so hopefully you've got that. So let's begin. So you got that weight up. It's a little crunch. Lift up as high as you can. Bring the foot to the weight, as close to as you can. But because you've got the weight in your hand, I don't want you to, don't take the weight towards the foot. Bring the foot towards the weight. Up, one more. All right, let's shift to the other side. So lift up, foot to the weight. You won't get many in the 20 seconds, and that's okay, because it's a very controlled up movement. All right, that's 20 seconds. Put your weight down. Take it over into mountain climber. You're going to rock and roll yourself over. 20 seconds of mountain climber, then we go back. Let's go. 20 seconds of mountain climber. Strong abs, strong hands into the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Back over you go. We do exactly the same thing. Now you kind of got the hang of the ab one. Let's go. So let's start with the legs out. Lift, foot to the weight, and then go back down. Keep the weight up. Lift up, shoulder blades up off the floor, like you're trying to tap the ceiling with the weight without going up into a full sit-up. Other side. Opposite leg coming up. Keep that control through the shoulder. So try not to let the arm kind of flail around. All right, put the weight back down, back into mountain climber. Off we go. Then we'll do 2 more sets after this of each. Nice big steps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back over you go. Legs out straight. Hold your weight in one hand. Little crunch. Reach up as high as you can. Foot to the weight. Think about you engaging that core, pelvic floor. Last one, other side. Lift, foot to the weight. Don't let this hand with the weight fly all over the place. All right, mountain climber. Over you go. And then we've got 1 more set after this. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back onto your back. 20 seconds on each side. 20 seconds of mountain climber. Oh, that's the same side. Whoops. So lift, opposite. Lift, bring the foot up. Other side. Five seconds to go. That's it. All right, back over to mountain climber. 20 seconds of mountain climber. And then we're coming upright. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make your way to standing at the top of the mat. So bring it upright. Step your feet wide. Have a little sway side to side. Nice big deep breath in and out. All right, we're going to go one round of Sun Salutation variation B, and that's where we start in chair pose. Okay, so at the top of your mat, take yourself down like you're sitting back in a chair. There's a little tuck under the tailbone. Sit down a little lower. Take a breath in, and we flow through like we did before. Fold forward on the exhale, lift up halfway as you breathe in. Hands to the floor, step back. Take the flow through. You can go an upward dog if you're familiar with it. Otherwise, all the way down, little back extension on the inhale. And then we meet back in downward facing dog. And in downward facing dog, we'll lift the right leg. And we bring the knee to the nose and we step it through for between the hands. You can do it in one sweep, or you can kind of pick it up and move it. Back foot, take it out to the side a little, and then come up into warrior one. So the shoulders are above the hips, the front knees above the front ankle, and the legs are really active, like you're pulling the mat apart. Reach towards the ceiling. Take a breath in, big exhale out through the mouth. That's your warrior one. From warrior one, we'll take it into warrior two. Bring the hands down through your chest, through heart center. Reposition the back leg so it goes parallel to the back of the mat, arms out. So that's your warrior two. Take a big breath in. Cartwheel the hands around, step it back into plank. Take that little flow through and we'll do the other side. You can skip those bits if you want to. Meeting back in that downward facing dog. And we do the other side. Left leg lifts, bring the knee in, step it through. The right foot, the back foot, step it out to the side a little and come up. Reach towards the ceiling. Shoulders down away from the ears, strong legs like you're pulling the mat apart, strong abs, draw your tummy in. Warrior one, nice big breath in and out here. And then take it into warrior two. Hands through heart center, take an inhale as you open up. Nice breath in and out there. And then we cartwheel the hands around. Step it back, take that little flow through, use the knees if you need to. And we make our way back into chair pose. So from downward dog, make your way back to the top of the mat. Fold forward and on your inhale, you're back in chair. In that position. While you're in chair, let's take it up onto the toes. A little bit of calf work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring yourself upright, give your legs a little shake. And you can pick up one or both, no, one weight, so you only need one weight. So now we're going back into HIIT. So we're going to alternate between a kettle swing, so this one, and swapping it down the bottom, that one. Or if you don't have a weight, you could do a squat jump or a squat. So you'll do that for 20 seconds, and then we'll go chair pose for 20 seconds. Might just do it with the weight at the chest. So it's just sort of a static squat. And then 10 seconds rest where you can just jog on the spot. All right. Hang on, where's my... Right, 20 seconds of that kettle swing. So feet shoulder distance apart, let's go. We swap the weight down the bottom, or you can hold it with both hands. Swapping it down the bottom, keep looking straight ahead. And that's 20 seconds. Hold the weight at your chest, take it down into chair pose. So feet hip distance apart and sit down like that. That little tuck under of your tailbone, sit down a little lower, hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds rest, let's jog on the spot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the kettle swing, swapping the weight down the bottom. Or just doing a squat or a squat to calf raise. Three, 2, 1. Narrow the feet, tuck the tailbone under, sit down into your chair and hold. And hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's jog on the spot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the kettle swing. Swapping the weight down the bottom. Keep the chest up, keep looking straight ahead. Into your chair, feet narrow, tuck the tailbone, sit down into your chair and hold. Strong abs, relax the face. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jog on the spot. We do 3 more sets, about halfway through. 3 more of each. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Back into that swing. Strong abs as that weight gets up above your head. Make sure that those core muscles are on. That's it. Right chair. Sit down in your chair with your feet hip distance apart and stay there. Hold. Strong thighs. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jog on the spot. 2 sets to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into that swing. Swapping the weight down the bottom or holding it with both hands or doing a jump. Or maybe squat with a pulse or squat to calf raise. Strong abs as that weight goes up above your head. Right into your chair. Sit it down and hold. Little tuck under the tailbone. Draw the tummy in. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jog on the spot. We've got 1 set to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into that swing. Keep the eyes up. Try not to look at the ground as you take the weight down. 3, 2, 1. Into chair. Narrow feet. Little tuck under the tailbone. And hold. So last. Chair. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jog on the spot. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, pick up your other weight. If you do have a lighter set, I'd go a lighter set. So we'll go through our little Yogilates sequence now. So starting in chair at the top of the mat. So just go this way here. So we start in chair, sweep the weights down and then drop them. So up and then down. There's that little tuck under the towel and sit down a little lower and go into your row. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the weights at heart center, step the right foot back. Lunge and curl. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up in your high lunge. So strong through the back leg, bend into the front leg, reverse fly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands through heart center, open up into warrior 2. So maybe take the back foot back a little. Weights up, curl the back hand. 10, 9. If your weight's really heavy, you might want to drop the front arm. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully put the weights down and bring it back into warrior 2. Flip the front hand and reverse the warrior. Keep the bend into the front knee. Breathe. Bring it back through warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Draw your hips back as far as you can and reach forward. When you're as far as you can, you tip into that triangle shape. Just like you're leaning back on a wall. Try not to collapse down out of it. Length, energy in the arms. Let's bring it back into warrior 2. Take a big breath in. And then take that little flow through, or if you want to skip that bit, you can just go straight back to standing, and we're going to do the other side. So from downward facing dog, make your way back to the top of the mat, fold forward, and come up, finish it off. Pick the weights back up, we do the other side, and then we will start to wind it down. So top of the mat, into your chair, weights up, down, and row. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the weights at heart center, stepping the left foot back. Lunge and curl. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the high lunge, weights out, reverse fly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2. So you reposition that back leg so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Arms up, gaze is forward, flip the back hand, curl. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we carefully put the weights down. And we come back into warrior 2. Flip the back hand and reach it back. Breathe. Relax the neck away from the ear, top ear. Back through warrior 2, straighten the front leg, reach forward and tip into that triangle shape, like you're reaching for the ceiling. And then bring it back into that warrior 2. 1 more flow through and we go to the floor. So big breath in, cartwheel the hands around, step it back, take that little flow through. We don't go all the way back to standing. Just get yourself back to downward dog. And from there, let's walk the feet through. So we're back in seat. Slowly make your way down onto your back. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And then when you get there, big full body stretch. Nice big deep breaths in and out. Bend the knees. We'll go through a little bit of bridge. We'll roll through a couple of rounds and then we'll hold a bridge. So start with the hands down by your side. As you breathe in, lift the hips up and the hands. Float the hands overhead. Rest the hands on the ground behind you and slowly come back down, 1 vertebra at a time. When your hips are back down, arms can come back around. Twice more. Inhale, peel up. And then exhale, come back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, peeling up. And slowly coming back down. Leave the hands down by your side and take yourself up into bridge and hold. So just lift the hips. You can walk the shoulders under and interlace the fingers if you like, or just leave them where they are. Push the feet into the floor so your chest moves towards your chin and hold. About 4 breaths here. Try not to let the knees collapse out to the side. And then slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, come back down. Take the feet as wide as the mat, release the shoulders and the arms, and just drop the knees side to side. And just roll yourself onto either side, doesn't matter which way. Take the hands out so they're in front of the face. And then just peel the top arm back and forth a few times with the breath. Let's inhale, peel that top arm back. Exhale together. And then just rest that next one on the ground behind you. See if you can relax the belly now. Relax the top hip back. Open up through the chest. Nice big deep belly breath. So reconnect with the awareness of your breath, the sensation of your breath. And then we'll slowly roll the knees over to the other side. And then your whole body over to the other side, hands out in front of the face. And then same thing. Oops, I've tangled myself up in my microphone. All right, so peeling the top arm back and forth a few times to get that little bit of movement through the spine. And then rest it down on the ground behind you and breathe. Nice big deep belly breath. Like we did at the beginning, just deepening your inhale, lengthening your exhale. Try and pull in a little bit more air when you think you've taken as deep a breath as you can. Just pull in that little bit more. Same with your exhale. Get all that air out of your lungs. And then slowly roll yourself back over onto your back. Drop both knees to one side, but so that one's not lying on top of the other one. And whichever way the knees have gone, I want you to take hold of the foot, of one foot, so that you get a stretch through the quads. I didn't say left or right, but it only makes sense to grab one foot. Otherwise, you'd have to reach through the center of your legs. So you've got that little bit of twist through the back with the knees dropped. You've taken hold of the foot, so you're getting that stretch through the front of the thigh. Looking up at the ceiling, breathe. Take it to the other side, let go of the foot, drop the knees to the other side and take hold of the foot that you can reach and stretch the quadricep muscle on that side. And then you can let go of that one, take it onto your side just to safely prop yourself back up into sitting. Stretch either leg forward, reach towards your toes. Chest is up nice and high. And lengthen yourself forward. Breathe. And then the other side, swap the feet over, chest towards the leg that's out in front, reach towards the toes. And then bring yourself back up. Let's give the shoulders a stretch. One arm out in front. And the other side. And then you can give your neck a stretch. Drop your head over to one side. Breathe. And then take it back over to the other side. Bring the head back up, drop the chin to the chest and just gently rock the head from side to side. And then you can bring the head back up and give yourselves a little clap. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me on that bit of a mishmash of a yoga and HIIT. Great effort. If you've done this on the replay, any questions, please feel free to shoot them through, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See ya.